Hello everyone and welcome to day one of Spooktober. If you haven't seen my TBR for this readathon yet, I highly suggest you do. I will link it up in the corner. I haven't read at all today yet because I literally just got home from work and I've been there since 11 in the morning, so I haven't had time to read and now I'm pretty tired. So let's see how much reading I actually get done tonight. I'm actually not starting on my TBR yet because last night I didn't actually get around to finishing Legendary, which is my current read. I think I only have about 70 or so pages left, so I'm hoping to read through this tonight and then I can use this book for the challenge of reading a book that you know you'll love forever or whatever it was. Like I said, I'm pretty tired from being at work all day, so let's see how much reading actually gets done, but hopefully it'll be at least finishing one book. Okay, so it's like 11 o'clock at night, and I just finished Legendary. So now I'm gonna go to bed. Hey friends, so it is now the next day, and I just finished eating dinner after getting home from work. As you saw last night, I finished reading Legendary. I didn't want to say too much or film myself because it was really late at night. I was tired. I had acne cream all over my face. But I finished Legendary. I gave it 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it, but I didn't like it quite as much as Caraval. I think it was a mix between just not connecting with the main character as much, and I just don't think I was into this storyline as much as the first one. I still super duper enjoyed it, so even though I only read the last 100 or so pages of it, we're going to count that book for the challenge of reading a book you know you'll love forever. So yeah, I finished that last night, and then today I had to get up and go to work, and I was at work for pretty much all day long. So now I actually just remembered that it's a Monday, which is when I have to post a video for Vlogoween, and I totally forgot, so I don't have anything edited and ready to go up. I can either edit a reading vlog, or I can edit a books I DNF'd video that I didn't know how it turned out, which I filmed a couple weeks ago. Reading vlogs tend to take me a little bit longer to edit, so I think I'm going to try and edit the DNF'd video, and then we will see how that goes. It's probably going to get up on my channel super duper late, but after I finish editing that, then I'm going to try and read something. I think I'm either going to read, which by the way, just in case you didn't see my TBR video, I'll just show you what my TBR is. So these 4 books are basically it, plus the Stars Above book right there. But for the most part, this is it. So I think tonight I'm going to start Horror Store because I'm super in the mood for this, and I have off the next 2 days, so I can just dedicate my time to reading that book. So yeah, but for now, I need to get to editing if I have any chance of getting this video up tonight. Video is edited and currently uploading. Now I'm going to read. Hey guys, so it is the next day now, and if you couldn't tell, I am in a massive rush, but I thought I would just give you a quick little reading update. It is day 3 of Spooktober, and I am very, very behind on reading, but what can you do? So last night, actually, it was more very early this morning, I read the first 110 pages of Horror Store, and I have to say, I'm actually really enjoying it. I haven't read a whole lot of horror novels in my day, but I have watched a lot of horror films, and I've never seen one that was set in a department store. And let's be real, department stores are really creepy. At night, when everybody leaves and they're just empty, it's a very creepy place to be. So, the atmosphere of this book is very, very spooky, and I just really like the stuff that's going on in the book, basically. The characters aren't the most likable. I find that a lot with thrillers and horror novels in the adult genre, so yeah, but overall I am really enjoying it, and I'm going to take it with me because I'm going to a doctor's appointment for somebody else, and so it's going to involve a lot of waiting, like most doctor's appointments do. But yeah, I just wanted to give you this quick little update, and I will talk to you guys later. Hey friends! So, honestly, I don't even remember what day of Spooktober it is. I want to say it's the 4th day of the readathon, but all of the days have just kind of blurred together at this point. Sorry I didn't film another update for you last night. Yesterday just did not go as planned at all, so I'm very, very behind in my reading, TBR, everything. Still reading this book. Read a bit more of it just like an hour ago, so I'm now on page 186, and this book is less than 250 pages, so I'm hoping to finish it within the next like hour or two, and then move on to my next book. But before I do that, last night I finally got around to editing one of my vlogs for this month, and I meant to upload it today while we were out because I can't use the internet while it's uploading because it will go super duper slowly. So I meant to do that today. Of course I forgot. Remembered literally 5 minutes ago, and it's currently like 6:30 at night. So I'm gonna go do the dishes, and while I'm doing the dishes I'm gonna upload my video. Hopefully it doesn't take longer than like a half hour. Then after I finish with that, I'm going to get back to reading this book, and I am going to finish it. I don't know if I told you guys about this book in this vlog. I know I talked about it a little bit in the last vlog that I did, but basically it is a book that is kind of set up like an IKEA magazine, and it's based in a store that is like IKEA. Basically, we follow an employee of this store called Amy, and the store has noticed that there are like some weird things happening in the middle of the night, like furniture and stuff is being ruined, like they go home at night and it's fine, and they come back the next day and it's all messed up. So her and a couple other employees decide to spend the night there and see if they can catch like whatever person is doing this, and it ends up being a lot sinister than they thought it was going to be. Like I said, I'm on page 186, so I'm literally almost done with it. And at first, I was really enjoying it. Like I said in like the last clip or whatever, I don't remember when I said it, but like department stores are a very creepy setting, and I've never read or watched anything that was set in a department store, which is definitely like a setting that they should utilize because like I said, it's very creepy. Started off really liking the book, like the atmosphere of it was very creepy. I wasn't a huge fan of the characters, like I still don't find them to be particularly likable, but now the story I've found has kind of like taken a turn that I just don't think I like a lot in books. I think they work a lot better in films, and I've talked about this before, how I always enjoy horror when the antagonist is like an actual person. I just find that to be 10 times creepier than when it's something paranormal, which is the case in this book. So I just find that to be a lot less creepy, especially in books. Like if this was a film, I actually think it would be pretty terrifying. And I 110% think that this should be turned into a film because I do think the idea of it is very creepy. I just don't personally find it when I'm like reading it, if that makes any sense. Like if I was watching it, I think it'd be a lot scarier. Kind of staying on the same line of I'm not the biggest fan of things when they tend to be more paranormal, but I don't really like possession kind of things. Even like with these characters being like haunted and tortured by these paranormal things, I don't like when they kind of like lose their minds, which I guess is something that would realistically happen. If this was happening to you, you would start to lose your mind a little bit, but I prefer when people keep their sanity for whatever reason. If you kind of keep your sanity a bit more and you know what's going on, I just like that a lot more. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this book. Like I said, I'm actually going to finish the chapter that I'm currently reading because page 186 is right in the middle of a chapter. So I'm going to finish this last chapter, and then I'm going to go do the dishes while my video is uploading, and then continue on reading this book, and hopefully I will finish it. I just finished Horror Store. I think I'm giving it 3.5 stars. I liked it, but not as much as I thought I was going to. However, the epilogue was actually really good, and I kind of wish there was a sequel to it. So now I think I'm going to move on to the Silver Eyes. I also have some festively shaped chocolate pretzels, which are festively shaped, but not for this holiday. So either way, this is gonna be a very good night.
Powers does Jack actually have? But perhaps most important of all, are the Incredibles living in Syndrome's house?
Hey guys, so I'm sorry I didn't vlog at all yesterday. I worked a lot yesterday and today, and when I get home I just feel very tired and I don't particularly feel like filming or being on camera. But yesterday I did start The Silver Eyes, and I'm about 100 pages into it now, and I have to say I'm actually really enjoying it. I talked a little bit about this in my original TBR video, but if you don't know what it's about, basically it's based off of a video game. There is this place called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza that is a pizzeria party place, kind of like Chuck E. Cheese's, and there are these animatronic like mascot animals, and so we follow a girl called Charlie, and her dad actually owned Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and he made all of the animatronics, and in this book she is returning back to this town she used to live in, and this pizzeria place is abandoned because we learn that 10 years previous a couple of kids actually were murdered there. So they return back to this town, Charlie and some of her friends, and they end up going back to this abandoned pizzeria. And I kind of judged this book because it's like based on a video game. I thought it wouldn't be that great, and while it probably is a little bit cheesy, I actually really enjoy it. Like, animatronics really freak me out, which is why I'm using this book for the challenge of reading a book that you're afraid of. But besides that, I actually really like all of the characters. They're all very unique. They're not like carbon copies of each other, and I just really like the story so far. As I said, I'm only 100 pages in, so I've got quite a bit left to read, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow is the last day of the readathon, so we'll see if I finish this before the end of tomorrow. Definitely not going to finish all of the challenges, but I tried my best. Yeah, I'm just planning on reading this tonight. I also realized, just like the other day, that it is Friday, which means I have to post a video, and I have nothing to post. So I'm going to quickly try and edit one of my vlogs. I think I have a vlog that only has like 3 days in it, so it shouldn't take me that long to edit, and then I'm going to upload it, and while it's uploading I'm going to read this. Pretty excited, honestly. I'm looking forward to reading this again, and yeah, that is all for now. I will update you guys probably tomorrow. Hey friends, so it is now the final day of Sbooktober, and I've been at work all day, so I haven't read it all today so far. Sorry if you can hear the furnace in the background. Apparently, it snowed like really early this morning, so it's basically winter here now. But last night, even though I didn't read today, last night I think I read over 150 pages of The Silver Eyes. As I said in my last clip or whenever I talked about it, I'm still super enjoying this book. I think it's definitely something that if you're not a fan of the video game, you're not going to like it as much, because just like the little, I don't know if you call them Easter eggs, but just like the little references to the game, it makes me very excited every time I come across one, which obviously someone who is not already familiar with the game wouldn't have the same reaction. But even besides that, I really like all of these characters, and I do find myself being very attached to them and sad when bad things happen to them. I'm just really enjoying it. So as I said, I don't know if I mentioned, I'm on page 262, and I think it's around 400 pages, so I should be able to knock out the last 150 or so pages tonight, and then I'll have read 2 books in their entirety and a little bit of Legendary, which I had started at the beginning. So I didn't do as well as I was hoping I was going to do this week, but considering I've had to go to work pretty much every single day, I'm gonna consider it a win. So yeah, my plans for tonight are basically just going to consist of reading this book, probably going to have an iced coffee. I've got a little reading buddy over here who is cleaning herself as per usual. Hey, Chico. Nope. It's bath time apparently. But she slept with me all night last night, and so she was my little reading buddy, which I haven't had in a long while, and it made me feel good that she came back and spent some quality time with me while I read. But yeah, that is all for now. I'm probably going to do like a wrap up tomorrow and just tack that onto the end of this. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. Hey guys, so it is now the day after and Spooktober is officially over. So as I said, I'm just going to do a little wrap up of all the books that I read this week and what challenges they completed. So as you guys know, I read about the last 70 pages of Legendary. I know that this probably doesn't count, but we're gonna say it works for the challenge of reading a book that you know you'll love forever, because I really enjoyed this book and I gave it 4.5 stars. Then I read the entirety of Horror Store by Grady Hendrix, and I gave this book 3.5 stars. This worked for the challenge of reading a Halloween book and also reading a book that is set in a haunted house. And finally, I finished the entirety of The Silver Eyes, and this completed the challenges of, well, I could actually work for a lot of these challenges. A book you'll know you'll love forever, because I really enjoyed this book. I guess I should have updated you on that before I started this whole thing, but I finished this last night, obviously. But this worked for the challenge of reading a book about something that you are or were afraid of. So those were all of the books that I read. I really enjoyed most of them. So overall, I'd say this was a pretty successful week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!